7 miles down this lonely road, right off Highway 95 in Nevada, is a town called Candelaria. Now, Candelaria is known for its rich mining history, but it's a ghost town now, and we're headed there. So stick around, and welcome back to Beers and Frontiers. What can I tell you about Candelaria? Established in 1864, and it really boomed between the 1870s and the 1890s. They discovered silver around here. So this is, I think, part of the old mine we're looking at right now. We're not even down into like the town proper yet. This is kind of like the mining part. As you can see, some of the old mining equipment is down there. So, and this is it. Now they do have an active mine here now, and we'll show that to you later. But, you know, unlike 100 years ago where people lived, you know, close proximity to the mine, now the guys that work the mines here probably live in Hawthorne or Tonopah, which is about an hour in either direction. You know, there's no point in living out here in the desolate area when you have cars and automobiles where you can get to town pretty quick, not like the old days. All right, there's the road that leads down into the town. So we're gonna head there right now. Stick around. So nowadays, Candelaria is mostly just a destination for ghost town enthusiasts, people who like to check out ghost towns like myself and bring them to you here on the channel, because that's what we do here on Beers and Frontiers. Is, like I've mentioned before, if you're a regular viewer, is that we go to places that you might not normally get to go to. So we like to do this exploring, and hopefully you enjoy this video. So, but let's take a closer look at what is left of Candelaria, Nevada. Once a booming mining town, now just a ghost town. All right. So this, I think, may have been an old bank in Candelaria. You know, they needed money to, well, they needed a place to store the profits from all the gold and the silver. But now this is just what's left. Now, I've been here a couple years ago before we started the channel, and I remember this building and was in better shape, and I would say it's only been about 5 years since I've been out here, and I can tell you that roof has collapsed. Maybe somebody set fire to it, or just over time it wore out. Let's take a peek in here and see what we can see. All right. Well, I know I would tell you that just reading about Candelaria, it was discovered by Mexican miners, you know, back in like 1864, and then obviously once it got established, you know, the banks moved in, other miners moved in, and the town was established. And you can see where that, just a collapse right there. So, and if you look back in the back there, in the background there, that's where you can see where the active mine is still going. It is a weekend, so there's no one actually working out there today, so you don't really get to see any activity. All right, we're gonna gander some more around the town and see what else we can show you. All right, here, hang tight. These look like there might have been some dwellings. There's two of them right here, right next to each other. One is almost intact. Looks like there's some couple beams in here that have propped things up. Let's go inside. We can see here. All right. So there she is. I don't know if anybody lived in here years ago. It was just like a workstation. And they got this one over here where it's almost, well, it's completely collapsed. Yeah. There you go. And there's some mining equipment in there. It looks like maybe a cart that they used. All right. There's another structure down there. There's some more structures. We're going to get to them. Yeah, you can see Anna out there in the background taking some photos. That's what she likes to do. She likes to stay behind the camera, take pictures and videos. And let's see what else we got here. So what do you think this was? I'm thinking the bank was over there.
So maybe a store?
Yeah, maybe a store. All right. So it looks like, well, I don't think this is a house. I don't know what this was. It was dug out. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell what that was. A lot of rocks. I see a lot of rocks out here. Okay. I will tell you this, that as the population grew in this town, one of the problems they ran into was they didn't have enough water. So they had to operate the mill as a dry mill, which caused a lot of dust and which caused a lot of health problems for the miners. And they came down with a condition called miners' consumption. Now, miners' consumption is something different from what I remember when I was a kid. We're teenagers. Yeah, we were consuming and we were miners, but that's a different kind of miners' consumption. Yeah, so they really had some health issues because of that. Now, the miners' consumption didn't actually kill off the town, because they eventually got water and they got the mill running the proper way. And the town kind of boomed. And I think between 1876 and 1935, they actually operated a post office. So this town was significant. You know, once you get a post office, you're on the map as far as the U.S. government is concerned. And things were going well. But then you know the story. You've heard it before. I've told it before. When the silver runs out, people leave. And all that's left is a ghost town. That's what we're showing you right now. So, hey, these are fun places to visit. If you're into ghost towns, this one wasn't hard to get to. It's actually 7 miles off of Highway 95, like I mentioned at the beginning, and most of it was paved. Not until the end do you really come to the dirt road. So this is an easy one to get to. If you want to come out with the family or friends, just coming out, hang out. Hey, but when you're out here, leave everything as you found it. I'm one of those proponents. I don't remove anything. I don't mess with anything. I just tread lightly and I show you the photos and the videos, and hopefully you enjoy those. Here's another structure here we can show you closer. And you can see there's some equipment that are left over, some materials. I don't know what that is. It's maybe a gas line of some sort. So just reading more, this town actually, the population at its peak was 1,500. So that's a significant amount of people. They had stores, saloons, you know, they had a sheriff, they had everything. They had everything a town would need to survive. And but by 1940, it had dwindled down to about 7 people. And now it's 0. Right now it's me. All right. So here what we have is more of what's left of the old mining operation. As you can see, the equipment. There's the bank in the background. What's left of the town. If we pan behind me, you can see what the new mining operation looks like. Well, at least the pit, a big hole. There she is. And like I was saying, nobody lives out here now. You don't need to. You You just drive an hour back to town. Put in your shift at the mine. Good stuff. Good stuff. Find anything else interesting, Anna? No. All right. Getting ready to wrap it up? Yep. All right. Well, I think I've shown you just about everything I can manage to find here of interest in Candelaria for you. Like I said, if you want to come out here sometime, it's not too hard to get to. Right off Highway 95, about an hour north of Tonopah, Nevada. So give it a go. You might enjoy it. Anyway, until next time, cheers from Beers and Frontiers.